Hey guys, look 1997, and well, this is not the Black Clover review that you wanted to hear, but this is something more personal. Something, oh my gosh, we're gonna start, but today, recently, by the time I recorded this video, I, I've, I read the news saying that today, that this marks the day that the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, Steven Hillenburg, passed away with LSD. And honestly, I was actually shocked when I heard this news. And never before in my life I heard that a career like Mr. Hillenburg, who created a show like SpongeBob, passed away. And this was really shocking to me because I never once in my life thought about that at all. And so I wanted to make this video just saying, like, I want to give my condolences to Mr. Hillenburg's family, his wife, his daughter, and to the people that worked with him, that know him or knew him, or heck, even the people that doesn't know him, that really, who knows better than him being the one who created a great show, SpongeBob. And honestly, Mr. Hillenburg, I would never be who I am without him making the show SpongeBob. And it was really, again, really shocking to me to hear this news because SpongeBob was part of my childhood growing up. And this is coming from a man that's been watching the show since he was a kid. And I remember when I was a kid, my sister and I used to watch the show all the time. And it was one of our favorites. And heck, even to this day, even if I don't watch SpongeBob anymore, at least I know that it's been doing very well recently. I mean, with its 10th season already up and running, it's still doing very well to this day. But to hear that the creator of it passed away, it makes you feel like you lose a bit of yourself. That knowing that we can never have a show like SpongeBob if it weren't for Mr. Hillenburg. And this was a man who I didn't know who he was until I did more research on SpongeBob growing up. And not only that, he was also a marine biologist. So I kind of figure how he got the idea of making the show of SpongeBob. And honestly, SpongeBob to me, it was a very, very awesome show growing up because it was one of my favorite cartoons. And not only that, it was the very cartoon that just really made a big impact in the cartoon industry. There will be no other show like SpongeBob at all. And it was because of Steven Hillenburg that he was able to create a great show that no one will ever forget. With such amazing, with such an amazing world on the bottom of the sea of Bikini Bottom. Remembering all these memorable characters like SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Plankton. Every other character in the show was really memorable. And even if, as I said before, I don't watch the show, at least I'm really thankful that it's still going on. And this was a cartoon to me that was pretty... It left a big impact on me. Not just me, but everyone else that watched the show. And I want to get this time to say thank you, Mr. Hillenburg, for giving us such an amazing cartoon that we'll never forget. And you brought about such an amazing part of our childhood, and I can never be more thankful for giving us that. So all I'm just going to say is, again, just thank you. May you rest in peace now. That's basically what I have to say, alright? So, are you guys hoping for another video? Well, probably I'll do it whenever I have the time for it, or when I finish college. I don't know. It all depends how I feel, right? Because at this moment, I really want to get this out of the way, just so I can give away my own feelings about the whole situation with Mr. Hillenburg passing, alright? That's basically what I have to say, alright? So, thank you, good night, and thank you for listening, alright? And may Steven Hillenburg, may find peace by God. Alright? So thank you, good night, and have a good night. Peace.